In the coming days, the United States, along with its allies in Western Europe and its new friends in Eastern Europe, will begin charting a new course for Europe. I hope and I expect that we'll take the lead in designing what President Bush calls a Europe whole and free, and President Gorbachev calls a common European house. But today we intend to focus on the military component of the NATO strategy, the conventional, tactical, nuclear, and strategic nuclear forces. And the worst case scenario, in my view, is because of our actions or inactions, we lose the support of Western European publics for what you and I both believe is sorely needed for our peace, security, and prosperity. And that is a major U.S. role in the politics, the economics, and the military strategy of Western Europe. And I can think of nothing worse. If you gave me a choice of saying the Soviets have changed their mind, they're staying in Czechoslovakia, they're staying in Hungary, they're going to stay in Poland, or Biden, the Germans are going to change their mind and say, Yankees go home. Which do you want? I'll say, bring back the Russians. Bring back the Russians. That's not nearly as bad a scenario as the Germans saying, so long, as the SPD saying, nuclear-free Germany, if they gain power. And so that's where I'm, to use that trite expression that the kids sometimes use, that's where I'm coming from.
Юра, в сторону отойди.
Ну идите.
We've changed the policy since President Reagan was here, and I do not take questions at this photo opportunity in the Oval Office.
После президента Рейгана мы изменили политику, и я не отвечаю на вопросы в то время, когда они фотографируют.
If they yell at you questions, which they're unlikely to do, but if they did, you should feel free to answer if you want to.
President Gorbachev, do you think that the German question will be...
Мне сказал президент, что теперь во время фотографирования вопросы не задают.
I've been told by the president that the current policy is that there are no questions during the photo opportunity.
Я это разделяю.
But he said you don't have to oppose that.
Первое соглашение уже заключено.
This is our first agreement that we've already concluded. Okay, everybody out this way, please.
Is this the first summit agreement that you've agreed not to take questions here?
Charles, Terry, Pascal.
You'll be sorry.
Но зато мы потом на два вопроса ответим.
But we'll answer two questions later. Two questions later. Когда?
Now? Do you expect the German...
Once we've talked, once we've discussed, we'll answer your question.
It's a deal.
Еще одно соглашение.
Another agreement.
It's Helen Thomas from the United Press. And in there I have a little, one of these exercise bicycles and a running machine and a little sauna.
Хорошо. И под солнцем.
Well, especially on a day like this. Here's horseshoes. My horseshoe. You throw horseshoes out there. I love that game. Our children play and we have tournaments. It's wonderful. Well, let's say at the end of a very interesting day that talk is going reasonably well. The mood is very positive in the sense that I had a very good, and I mean genuine, not in a diplomatic sense, very good exchange a couple hours this morning with President Gorbachev. Very well pleased with the ground we covered.
You know, Mulroney seems to think that you're, most of those West is insensitive to what the Soviets suffered in World War II.
I think Mulroney, with whom I've talked twice in the last 2 days, knows very well the United States is not insensitive sensitive to the fact that the Soviets lost 27 million lives in a war. And I know Mr. Gorbachev is quite sensitive to that. I think he's also sensitive to the fact that a lot of American kids lost their lives. I reminded him that I was the only one of the two that was old enough to remember it from...
That's why he doesn't want Germany in NATO as a military.
President, do you think there's anything you can or should do to help him in the short term?
I'm going to do what's in the national interest of the United States, our security interest, our global interest, and working closely with the Soviet Union. A lot of questions is in our interest. So, with that approach in mind, I think maybe he can go away feeling that he's got people here that are not just feeling some innate animosity towards the Soviet Union. We're in a fantastic era of change.
We are now going to sing a song for you.
Oh, I think our husbands have been friends very, for a long time, and I certainly feel very at home and comfortable with Mrs. Gorbachev. I have enormous respect for her.
I would like to say a few words in addition to what Mrs. Bush said.
Я очень рада, что наш разговор, наши беседы имеют такой искренний, открытый, дружеский, непосредственный характер.
And I particularly rejoice at the fact that our conversations are extremely open, sincere, and friendly. And despite the fact that we might have differences, that does not change the tone and the sympathy that I feel towards Barbara Bush, and I hope she feels the same towards me. Thank you.
Thank you. We've got to go see her husband sign the something.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.